All right, let's dive into a debate that's been simmering in the world of sports for ages. The nine-darter in darts versus the 180 in snooker. Now, at first glance, you might think, how can you even compare the two? But trust me, there's a lot more to unpack here than meets the eye. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's get into it. First off, let's talk about darts. The nine-darter is like the holy grail for any darts player. It's the pinnacle of perfection, the ultimate showcase of skill. For those who might not know, a nine-darter is achieved by hitting 501 points in just 9 darts. That's 3 sets of 3 darts, and you need to hit specific numbers, usually starting with 2 treble 20s and a double 12 to finish. Sounds simple, right? But here's the kicker. It requires not just precision, but also an incredible level of consistency and mental fortitude. You can't just be good. You have to be at the top of your game, laser-focused, and able to handle the pressure of performing in front of a crowd that's holding its breath, waiting for you to pull it off. Now let's shift gears to snooker. The 180 in snooker, which refers to potting 3 balls in a row to score the maximum points from a single shot, is a different beast altogether. In snooker, the 180 is a bit of a misnomer. It's actually a reference to the maximum break of 147. But let's stick with the idea of high-scoring shots for a moment. Achieving a high break requires not just skill, but also strategy. You have to think several shots ahead, considering the position of the balls on the table and how to navigate around them. It's a game of chess, but with a cue and balls. And let's face it, the pressure in snooker is palpable. One slip, one miscalculation, and your chance is gone. It's not just about hitting the balls. It's about controlling the game, dictating the pace, and outsmarting your opponent. So, which one is harder? Well, that's where it gets interesting. The nine-darter is a feat of raw precision and skill. You need to be able to hit your targets with pinpoint accuracy, and doing it consistently under pressure is a monumental challenge. The best players in the world, like Phil Taylor or Michael van Gerwen, make it look easy, but they've spent years honing their craft. It's not just about the physical act of throwing darts. It's about mental resilience, focus, and the ability to perform when it matters most. The nine-darter is a moment of pure brilliance, a flash of genius that can happen in the blink of an eye. On the flip side, the 180 in snooker, or rather the maximum break, is a testament to a player's ability to strategize and execute a plan flawlessly. Think about it. You're not just potting balls. You're setting yourself up for the next shot, ensuring you have the right angles, and managing the pressure of the game. Players like Ronnie O'Sullivan have made the 147 break look effortless, but it's a combination of skill, strategy, and a deep understanding of the game. It's not just about the shot. It's about the entire flow of the game, the rhythm, the pace, and the ability to outthink your opponent. Now, some might argue that the nine-darter is more difficult because it's a single moment of brilliance, while the 180 in snooker is a series of shots that culminate in a high break. But let's not overlook the fact that achieving a maximum break in snooker requires a level of consistency over multiple shots. You can't just rely on one moment of brilliance. You have to maintain that level of skill throughout the entire frame. And then there's the psychological aspect. Darts players often talk about the yips, that moment of doubt that can creep in when you're about to throw. It's that split second when your mind goes blank, and suddenly, you're not sure if you can hit the target. In snooker, the pressure can be just as intense. Imagine being in a crucial frame, the crowd is silent, and all eyes are on you. One mistake, and the game can slip away. The mental game is just as important as the physical one in both sports. Let's not forget about the environment either. Darts is often played in lively pubs or arenas, where the atmosphere can be electric. The crowd is right there, cheering, shouting, and sometimes even heckling. That energy can be exhilarating, but it can also be overwhelming. In contrast, snooker is often played in quieter settings, where the tension can be cut with a knife. The silence can be deafening, and the pressure can feel magnified. So, when it comes down to it, which is more difficult? It's a matter of perspective. For some, the nine-darter is the ultimate challenge, a moment that requires absolute precision and skill. For others, the 180 in snooker represents a deeper level of strategy and execution that takes years to master, Both are incredible achievements in their own right, and both require a unique set of skills that only the best in the game possess. In the end, whether you're throwing darts or potting balls, the essence of competition remains the same. It's about pushing your limits, challenging yourself, and striving for that moment of perfection. So, whether you're a darts fan or a snooker enthusiast, let's celebrate the brilliance of both sports and the incredible athletes who dedicate their lives to mastering them. After all, it's not just about the numbers. It's about the passion, the dedication, and the love of the game.